How is it possible for digital nomads to completely avoid taxes without getting into any troubles legally? So in the last two videos, we told you about the 3 most important things to become a digital nomad and also gave you the most lucrative digital nomad side hustle that can easily replace your 9 to 5 and get you to 10K a month from anywhere in the world. And also we pulled back the curtain on how to travel full-time, stay in luxury villas for free and fly business class for pennies on the dollar. So if you missed one of these videos so far, go back and watch them right after this one. And in this video, we're going to take a deep dive into how to liberate yourself from the matrix by reducing your tax bill to 0 legally. And before we get you into all the strategies and deep dive and advanced tricks you can do, it's important to understand why it is important to pay 0 taxes. Simply think about it this way. Most people are always looking on ways how to raise their income, find a new trick or cheat or shortcut how to get there and make more money, which is totally okay. And you certainly need an online side hustle to get this whole thing going if you want to work around the globe and make 10K a month. But how about a different strategy that lets you keep up to double your money without doing anything different? And it's probably the fastest wealth accelerator you can find out there that is not some kind of scam or legally shady stuff that doesn't work at the end of the day.
Most people live their lives completely stuck in one place. They have their bank account in the same country, they work in the same country, and they live in the same country. Everything is in the same centralized place. And this is the worst thing that you can do if you want to be a wealthy digital nomad who pays 0 taxes legally. So what you should do instead is something that we call the flag theory system. And with that, you have your bank accounts separated from the country that you live in and the country that you work in. And we're going to get to that in a moment. It's kind of like with investing. You want to diversify your portfolio so that you're stable. And that means you put a flag into each different country that is giving you benefits, basically. Some laws are very good for business in one country, but very bad for banking in that specific country. Or very good for residencies, but bad for banking. And because we're wealthy nomads, we get to choose the best of the best. And this is the goal here. So let's start first with your business. And your business is a separate entity from yourself. That means all the revenue that you make goes first to a business, and there's some sort of tax there, and there's this income tax that you have personally. And we need to separate those. And the idea behind this is that you choose a country where there's 0 tax for your business. For example, you could go to Dubai or to United States. Actually, a lot of people don't know that the United States don't have income taxes on foreign-owned companies, which is one of the biggest advantages because you can leverage the credibility of a United States company while also making it tax-free as long as you don't live in the United States or you're a United States citizen.
Then we have the bank account, and there are a lot of really good and really bad examples where you can put your bank account flag that have a high corruption rate, and you see it in their currency. Inflation's high. If you check the currency chart, is really bad. You don't want to open there. Like, you know, this place is not the place to be. And then there are other places, for example, Switzerland. If you check their banking system, like there is not like just random bank account shutdowns or random scenarios where they just block your things. Also, the currency is very stable. So this is a decent place where you see the finances are in order in this place.
And especially if you're a digital nomad, it is crucial that you choose the right banks. So what I mean is that you don't choose a bank that is known for closing your account once you leave your home country, or that you have access to the money that you have actually stored there. And the United States is actually pretty known for keeping your money hostage in your accounts, especially if you're traveling the world. I had it so many times and I heard it from so many people that they just have money in the bank, but they can't physically access it even with their cards, and let alone signing off from your country that you're living in right now. Some banks just close the account. So you need to make sure that you take your time and research proper banking and set this up in a way that works even as a digital nomad. And then we have the third flag, which is residence. And with the residence flag, you can control your own income tax. That means in most places where you stay for more than 185 or 86 days, you get tax resident there. And that means basically that you pay taxes in that country. So for example, if you travel to Costa Rica for a year or something, you become tax resident in Costa Rica and pay your taxes there.
So ideally, you want to choose one of these countries that have these benefits of having no tax for foreign income. And this means literally if you have the other flag with the business set up properly and you choose one of these countries that have this benefit, then you pay 0 income taxes. And you want to go there on purpose, trigger the income tax and fulfill like whatever the requirements are to be able to do that, then benefit from a 0% income tax on all your income.
And the most important thing here is that that you do have to file your taxes, but they are just zero. So everything is legal and you can document that. And even if you, for example, you are from Germany or from Switzerland or what have you, you can prove that you are a tax resident in a different country and you declare your taxes somewhere else, and then you're good to go.
Also, very important point, if you ever decide to go back to your home country or whatsoever, they ask you for like, where did you pay taxes the last few years? You have proof on paper and it's all legally secure.
And by the way, nothing that we say in this video is tax advice or financial advice. We're just sharing what we experienced.
So an obvious question is like, will I get into trouble with any of these things? And it's important to know that between countries, there is limited collaboration. Every country wants economic growth. Every country wants strength, wants to be. And so you can think of like those countries are offering kind of like bonuses for people to doing business there, to opening a bank account there, to live there as well. And of course, with the rise of the digital nomads and everybody living a more global lifestyle or trying to get there, loopholes are closing as well. And it's surely getting harder than it was like 10 years, 20 years ago, but it still is possible. And on the other hand, it's also safe to say that there are always new opportunities popping up. We still have a lot of countries that have strong economic growth, very high growth rates, and they want to keep benefiting from the wealthy countries. So they're offering these bonuses. And if you have your eyes open, you can see a lot of things popping up where you, for example, can live in a country for like a couple of years tax-free, and then you maybe have to shift again. But still, it's one way of totally legally doing that without getting into any troubles.
And then there's this other thing that is coming up to most of people's minds, which is paperwork. Is there a lot of paperwork? And initially, once you set this up, of course, there's always paperwork, but you have to have some sort of a consultant or some sort of an agency or something that can help you with that. And with our guidance, for example, people get this set up really, really quick and reliably. And once it's already set up, for example, the business, the residency, and the bank accounts, it's easy to maintain. And all the other paperwork is very, very minimal and handed off to someone else. Oh, and by the way, we're launching a brand new online training program that helps you with the entire process of replacing your 9-to-5, helping you travel for free or close to free, and also getting your taxes down to zero as a digital nomad. So basically everything that you just saw in the last 3 videos is just a tiny, tiny fraction of what you will discover in that course that is coming up, but more on that in a different video.
Now take a moment to reflect on the insights, aha moments, and strategies that you've just discovered by going through this 4-part training series. This was really just the tip of the iceberg, and imagine what the advanced strategies and tailored guidance in our full program will do for you. How much faster and more efficient will that bring you to from where you are to that desired result of traveling the world, becoming a wealthy nomad, and getting your taxes to zero while flying for pennies on the dollar. So now that you've discovered the most lucrative online side hustle for digital nomads, and you know how to travel practically for free, and you also know how to slash your tax bill to zero, there is just one part missing. You need to know how to tie it all together and custom tailor your own 30-day game plan. So in the next video, we're giving you all the necessary steps so you can too make 10K as a wealthy nomad from anywhere in the world.